All right. So now you haven't always, I don't know if you've always been a financial planner, but you actually had, and I kind of get sick when I say this word, on this podcast, but you actually had jobs or a job. So how did you get started out?
Yeah, my very first job was in a retail bank. Um, Spent 3.5 years. I started in college. And it's in a retail bank, and it was very interesting job. And this is really how I got started out in wanting to be a financial planner. It was in a lower income community, and I was in college, and people would come in, and I would help them with their finances. And what I noticed was a trend that people would continually overdraw their financial accounts or bank accounts and say, "Hey, Mr. Ware, can you waive our overdraft fees?" And I was like, "What is going on here?" But over time, getting to know these individuals, I got an opportunity to ask them questions, and I would say, how did you get here? And they would say, "Hey, nobody ever taught me." And I knew that didn't make sense to me, Tom. I was in college at the
Right.
time, and I had more money in my account than people who had worked 30 and 40 years.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
And I knew there was a problem there. And that's really kind of got how I got started on this journey of helping people with finances.
So that was the only job you had, or did you have other jobs?
No, I had some other jobs too. So I've been fortunate to work for three Fortune 100 financial service companies. So from retail banking to being a financial advisor, I've been a wholesaler and a product manager. Actually, was a product manager of a brokerage firm. So I'm running my own little business there with a P&L and worrying about vendor contracts and everything else. But over a couple of decades, I've been able to work in corporate America and do those things.
All right. So when you said you had your own little business, was you had a little business inside the big business? Is that what it was?
It was, the my little business inside of the big business. We had our own P&L. We had vendor contracts. We had to do our own marketing, come up with those strategies. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Tell people what P&L means.
Profit and loss.
Yeah. We want
If
the
you,
P more than the L, if you can
abs-
help us with that.
Absolutely.
But still, that wasn't totally on your own. So, when did you start your own business and did you save up? And how did you make the transition? Did you just quit cold turkey, some big company, and start, or how did you do it?
Yeah. So, by being a financial guy, I've done, things I teach others, I've done myself, right? I've
That's
saved,
good.
I've invested, and the proof is in the pudding, right? So I had saved up money, and then an opportunity came where the company was going through some realignments, and they said, "Hey, would you like to take over this area and move here, or would you want to go and parachute?" And I said, "Well,
Tell them
you
what
know,
that is. Tell them what that is.
that's really where you can get a payout. It's a package." And they were offering me a very good package. They said, "We would love for you to stay, but we respect that you if you want to do something different in your life." And I said, "Well, I've been wanting to go help people with their personal finances. I had a book that I've written and I wanted to release it. And for compliance reasons, they wouldn't let me release the book. They said, "Hey, you help our clients with their finances. We can't let you write your own book and help others." So, yeah, there was a conflict
So
of
they're
interest for
nice
them.
up to a point. In other
And
words,
they're nice up to a point.
yeah.
So, that package, for me, plus what I've already had, saved, and I was in a good spot
Were you married
financially.
at the time?
I was
Hmm.
married, and if you've seen the cover that what you did, Tom, uh, married and got three wonderful, beautiful children.
That you had
So
them at
yeah,
the time that this happened?
I did.
Okay.
So had three children, had the wife, and transitioning from a job, a job, to being your own boss can be scary if you're not in a good space financially and you don't have the support you need. So
Did you
uh,
discuss it with your wife? Did you make a
absolutely.
joint decision on this?
We did. We talked about it, and she supported it. And we were in a situation where we could make it happen financially.